summertime, my friend Darcy Jones and I were asked to be a part of the educational task force created by Horry County Public Schools. We soon started planning a development session for our peers on Keynote. We had to go through many learning objectives and use technology tools to teach our fellow staffs how to use it. We also incorporated Kagan strategies and a blended learning model. In addition, we made many different sessions and many different examples for our teachers to see. We also came up with some valuable reflection questions. These questions were used to guide our instruction. Many participants came. They were broken apart mostly by grade level and by school. We instructed the students on how to use Keynote and how to use visual media correctly. We allowed them to also explore other options about different programs that they could use and bring into Keynote. I'd like to go ahead and share some of the footage that we created and let you see some of the examples the students and teachers of Horry County Public Schools created during this professional development session on August 17th, 2015.
No, we're broadcasting live on Twitter right now. So, besides your taco salads and stuff, what are you working on for your presentation?
This is introduction to myself for the kids. What's yours? Ours is about our favorite.
You want to see what we did?
Oh, that's a good one.
Okay. And how does this go into your station rotations? Would you have your kids doing the same things?
Yes. We would have our kids create them. This was like a little getting to know you activity. We didn't do our kind of practicing playing around with that. And it was like,
you can have the kids do something, but these are just.
But what book do you like? And if you like Harry Potter, if you're like me and you like the same book as me. And then if you like Charlotte's Web, you think you're the same as me.
So let's say you want to do something and you're doing it on cats. Because you're a crazy cat lady.
Thanks, guys.
So you type in cats, okay? And you're going to go to Google image search. You want to make sure you go to your images. And the next thing while you're there is you want to go to your search tools. Maybe you want to write this down. Maybe you want to double click on your notes. But you want to go to search tools. And now you're going to have a second toolbar, okay? This toolbar is what is really helpful for your students, not to violate copyright and to cite their sources. You want to click under usage rights. This is very important. You want it to be labeled for reuse or labeled for non-commercial reuse because you don't want your kids to reuse something and you don't want them to sell it on teacher pay teachers and you don't want to get in trouble because you taught them how to copy these pictures off the internet. So you're going to click on that. I usually click on the last one. It works best for me. This is going to limit your search. You're not going to have a million things now. We're getting smaller, okay? The next thing is the size. Girls, how many times have you taken a picture and it's like this big and then you try to make it bigger and it's... No. That's because you're not changing your sizes. So you need to take your size and you need to go to large. And again, that's going to limit the pictures, but that's okay because you don't want 5 million pictures. I hate 5 million pictures. Now, this is great. You can either take an image from here, or we can get even deeper into this. And we can go under the color. I like to go under color, and I like to go to transparent. What transparent means is that picture is going to show up on your page, so there's going to be nothing
What do you
around
see
it.
differently
So it's going to pop
from this
for you.
session
But you can do
than
that
earlier?
in
Are you doing
Keynote
anything
with the
differently?
alpha tool, and I can help you with
This
that.
group
But it's easier to find
is a little
pictures
bit more
like this.
talkative,
Sorry, again,
so we have a lot more collaboration going on, and which is a good thing. It's a good thing. But we have a lot more primary people as well.
Okay.
So we're trying to kind of make sure we give them enough of the primary aspect of it as well. Yep.
Do you think you might show them dirty hands?
Actually, I had just talked because that's the rest of their team from this morning. So yes, we had just talked about that and about different ways to save it. We had showed them. Yeah.
Excellent. This is how to be constantly on your toes in a PD session when a server doesn't work. How to be constantly ready to change gears. And there is none better that can change them quicker than Aaron Ellis and Missy Jones.
You're going to change your size to large. You want it to be large because you can always resize it. Yes. You can do that for reuse. Yeah, as long as you're not selling it, but you need to make sure you set your source. This is where you guys have to pay attention because it gets tricky. So you pick your image, but it doesn't stop there. Once you have your image, you need to go to view image because this is where you copy from. So you don't screenshot and get this funky stuff. You don't want that. View your image. And then you gotta hold your little fingers down on the screen. And it's gonna pop up save image. If you think you hit it and it didn't turn gray, you didn't hit it and it's not saving. And I do that all the time because I've got big fingers. See, it didn't do it.
In our MQ, it's a 4-page thing
Okay.
where they compare shapes with attributes.
Gotcha.
Want to the attributes.
It's like a mashup.
So guys, you were working with 30 hands. What were some issues and troubles and workarounds that you discovered with it as you were making your presentation?
In 30 hands? Well, we were trying to save some of our students' work in their Google Drive, and 30 hands would not allow us to do that without purchasing the Google Drive. I guess permission was $1.99 to be able to save it. So I went ahead and purchased it for $1.99 so I can start saving all of their work in the Google Drive and not, fill up my memory on the iPad.
We have our super advanced group playing with Keynote. People working hard. Yeah, because everyone's playing around tonight. Presentation.
Wow, so
There's Erin Ellis.
Hi.
Erin, do you have anything you want to share while we're live on Periscope right now?
We just have some really inquisitive teachers that have really great questions in our session, and their questions have led to finding new things and teaching them new ways to group objects and to animate things, and it's kind of like learn as you go. Like, we're very transparent, we don't know everything, but we're learning together and we're not afraid to learn together. And I think this is a great group of teachers that's really going to try to use Keynote in their classrooms in a different way. I'm excited.
So I think it started as Keynote, but it's kind of evolved into what do
many
you
other
need?
apps. Yeah, we've talked about importing iMovie and 30 hands and just the Google Drive and the Google Classroom. So it's kind of evolved into everything. It's a tech world. We're Ed Tech 101.
You know how these guys are at with their project?
Yeah, they're doing first day projects. So they're going through procedures that they're going to go over with their classes, and they're working collaboratively on it because they're going to share it via AirDrop and have that option.
Oh, nice.
So, and they're making it really pretty, and they're going to let me use it too because these are my teammates.
Oh, nice. Good.
This
Good
is
deal.
how I represent.
Good job. So it looks like we're seeing some nice little work of our HCS PDL folks
On your jacket? Okay. So once
playing with Yakut.
okay, so you've got a safe pen. You're done with them? Did you already talk? I think you would just
She's like, oh God.
Darcy, you have anything you want to share? Legendary hashtag Darcy Jones.
Legendary. Yeah, this was a great class. Great group of teachers. And it seems like it's we've got some primary and some upper grades, and so I was a little, at first being a primary teacher myself, didn't know how this would go over with them, but I think they're awesome about it.
And it seems like
Great tool.
everyone's walking away with a product that
Yes,
they can use.
I believe so.
Which is very
yes,
nice.
which was our goal too. So.
Awesome.
After our session, we surveyed using Google Forms to send to our participants. 81% said that we had modeled the effective use of technology. In addition, 81% said the material was organized for an effective presentation, and 19% also agreed with this number. They also thought that the instructors were competent and knowledgeable, with a score of 75% for strongly agreeing and 25% agreed. The amount of time allocated gave us that 75% strongly agreed, and 25% also agreed. Our numbers were astounding. We were also satisfied that our participants would use what was taught and collaborate within their classrooms, and decided to use it over PowerPoint. In addition, some more survey results told us that we had a great session and it would be good for group projects. They also told us that we are engaging and awesome and extremely knowledgeable, and that we gave them hands-on information. I hope you enjoyed learning about our session on Keynote and seeing how it went. In addition to presenting, we learned a lot about how to run a successful presentation. Some key pointers are to always provide your participants with something to complete and something that they can use within the confines of their classrooms.